Welcome back to S.WigginsTV. I'm your host, Worldwide Wiggins. I'm back with another episode of Gang Rags to Riches, where we look into the lives of these so-called celebrities or public figures who had a past in the streets, whether it be Bloods, Cribs, gangs, gang rag. That's an intro. Let's get straight to it. All right, now, first off, remember, I'm born in the 90s, so I kind of missed that wave of the so-called golden era of hip-hop, because some of it was actually happening just before or just after I was born. But if you ask me, the best music came out around the late 90s, like C-Murder, Bossellini, E40, Charlie Hustle, BG, Chopper City at the Ghetto, all that. You feel me? That's my golden era. It's the stuff I was listening to as a kid. So, I say that to say, yeah, I might have missed out on Biggie and them, but I do remember Big Pun. Big Pun rose to fame as the biggest fully Hispanic rapper for Bronx, New York. He had that hit single, Still Not a Player. That song is considered one of the best hip-hop songs of the 90s, and his debut album, Capital Punishment, went platinum soon after his release in 1998. Even though he died from health complications in 2000, and I was just a kid, I remember everyone was talking about his death at the time. But what really caught my attention was when Prodigy of Mobb Deep said Big Pun invited him over his house, which was filled with Latin kings, and taught him a valuable lesson. Watch.
What does this even mean?
So Pun, that was my homie, cause he was signing loud. So we would be in the office every day, just like Wu-Tang, everybody would be in the office, like chilling, smoking weed, learning, listening to music, just learning off each other. And me and Pun, we started hanging out a lot. We would go to the clubs together. He would call me, yo, P, we going out tonight. Come through. Yo, come to the crib. Yo, come to chill. You know what I mean? I would call him. So we were real close. And one night he had called me yo, let's go to the club tonight. Meet me at the crib. So me and a couple of my boys, we went to his crib up in the Bronx. And we get there and I get inside the house. And he had this knife on the couch. It was like a knife with brass knuckles on it.
Okay, yeah, I know those. Yeah, those are dope.
And it had the spikes on
the
spikes,
brass knuckles.
Yep. So I'm like, oh, this shit is ill, right? I'm looking at him like, oh, this shit is crazy, son. He's like, oh, P, that's nothing. He's like, that's nothing. Put that down. He's like, look under the couch. So I look under the couch. This nigga had the 357, the snub. I was like, oh, this is crazy right here. He said, man, that's nothing. He's like, that's nothing. Put that down. He's like, yo, homie, show P your gun. So he went down his ankle, pulled out he had the little 45. It was mad small, plastic 45. I was like, oh, shit, this is crazy, right? He's like, oh, that's nothing. Yo, show P your gun. So now, one by one, Pun is doing this, pointing at everybody in the room. There's about 20 people in the house. He pointed at each one of them one by one. Yo, show P your gun. Yo, show P your gun. Show P your gun. Now there's mad guns out. It's mad. Everybody got their guns out in their hand. So I'm the last person. He looked at me. Yo, P, let's see your gun, P. Where your gun at? I'm like, I left my gun in the car, my nigga. I ain't want to bring my gun in your house, my nigga. He like, see? He said, we got the drop on you right now, son. He said, don't do that ever in your life again. Man, keep that gun on you, man. Look all these guns out on you right now. He said, we can do what we want with you right now. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, my nigga. He's like, nah, I'm just with you, P. I'm just with you. He said, but remember that, though.
Also, a popular DJ unknowingly played a rapper's diss song that was aimed at Big Pun on one of his mixtapes. Pun heard the diss while chilling with his Latin King homie and was immediately embarrassed. So Pun, along with his Latin King homies, caught DJ slipping and Nizapti. Watch.
Pun calls me again to meet him in Harlem. And here I am thinking I'm talking to the promoter. So I get to Harlem to meet in front of the Apollo. Pun had the Uzi, his other homeboys. So I closed my eyes, right? So when I closed my eyes and when I opened them, I was in the van. That's how fast I got in the van. So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna explain to you that this record right here got the Latin Kings laughing at me. That's why you're here. It's not because I wanna rip your head off, but I look crazy because in the streets I'm respected by the Latin Kings.
Even though I ain't got no clear-cut evidence of claiming Latin Kings, if you hang with the Latin Kings 24/7, or just take the Latin Kings out of it, if you hang with a hood 24/7, from the enemy's perspective, boy, you from that hood. If you know what I mean, I'm gonna leave that right there. All right, next, you got Dolla Sign. Dolla Sign is a very talented singer/songwriter who has worked with a whole slew of artists like Nipsey Hussle, Chris Brown, The Game, Ashanti, Wiz Khalifa, pretty much everybody. Even though he doesn't really promote it in his music, Dolla Sign is actually from Rolling 20s Neighborhood Bloods.
What area were you in when you were with the Bloods?
From the Dubs, the 20s. Yeah.
Where is that exactly?
Like Normandy, Adams.
Okay. And I mean, how deep were you into it? I mean, is this something you dabbled in, or something where you really living the shit every day?
I'm into it a little bit, you know. We could talk about something else though.
I could.
See, I kind of had a feeling about Dolla Sign. He got that Omarion, dancer, but low-key from the hood vibe to him. And plus, I remember seeing him with one of them OG earrings. So I'm like, I kind of knew it in a way, because to be honest, I don't think I remember hearing about the Bloods wearing the long T earrings like back in the day. I think it was more of a Crip thing. Don't quote me on that, though. Once again, 90s babies here. And also, in the Game song, Maybe I Should Iron Out My Flag, in the Blood part where the Bloods is rapping, you can see Dolla Sign there. I'm just saying, though. And he said it, so. All right, here's the moment you all been waiting for. If you from LA or follow the LA music culture, we all been speculating where Ice-T was from for a minute. Some say he was from Brims, Bloods, 40 Crip, all kind of theories. Been floating around for years. But in an interview with Nori from Capone and Noriega's Drink Champs, Ice-T raps a verse, and that verse is really disrespectful to the LA Brims. So before I play it, I would like to say, haha. But nah, for real, it's an old school diss rap and no disrespect to y'all. This is a history lesson. AK, holla at your boy.
You kept going.
But see, the thing of it was, like, I wasn't no rapper. Like, I was in the streets for real. And I just happened to get a chance to rap. So I would try to rap like New York rappers and stuff. And my homies would be like, yo, nigga, say that shit you be saying. Because I used to make gang raps. I used to make raps like, we do a gang rap, like this. Let's see. Strolling through the city in the middle of the night. Niggas on my left and niggas on my right. Yelling, rip. To every nigga I see. Now, if you bad enough, come with me. I seen another nigga, I say Crip again. He say, fuck a Crip, nigga, this is Brim. So we pulled out the Roscoe. Roscoe said crack. I look again, nigga was shooting back. So we fell to the ground, aimed for his head. One more shot, the nigga was dead. We walked over to him, took his gun, spit in his face, and began to run. So if you see another nigga laying dead in the street in a puddle of blood from his head to his feet, I hope it's time all you niggas get hip. There's fuck a Brim. Nigga, it's West Side rolling 60 cup, real.
Hold on, time out. Now this is crazy.
That's gangster rap.
Now what year was that you wrote that?
That was in high school. That was before I ever heard of rap.
You was rolling 60s? Yo, hold on.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you something right now. Hustle.
Yes, he's from 60s.
Right.
But I'm from back in the day with Nell Z and Keita Rock.
Yeah,
and
that's before my time.
Yeah. Janelle.
Right.
Big.
But see, the thing about that is, why cuz always playing a cop, though? He was a cop, CSI Miami. Just, damn, cuz, what's that movie? New Jack City. He was an undercover cop, you feel me? Come on. And another thing is, he started off the rap with a word that the enemies used to diss Rolling Crips. I'm not gonna say it, but you know the word, ST Rolling. But hey, maybe that might be a newer word that the younger generation came up with. Maybe he been using references. Maybe he was for 60s the whole time. He been throwing little, hints out there. Look at this song, 6 a.m. Out of all numbers, 6 a.m. Now what black mother, get up at 6 a.m.? But he said, yeah, police was at his door. I get it, But one thing I respect about Ice-T, you know, he don't try to act too hard, you know. He'll tell you in a minute, you know, when he see Tookie, when his girl told you, like, Tookie was hollering at his girl, and then he came outside, and then he see Tookie, he got scared and ran back in, you know, so, you know, he's an honest dude, man. He don't try to seem too hard, you feel me, man? And I like to say, man, in closing, this is the 6th green-eyed, light-skinned dude from Cali. That's from a hood. You know, you got Dolla Sign and Ice-T. What's going on? But hey, man, that's going to conclude the lessons for today, man. I would try to, you know, be uploaded earlier for y'all, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, man. I'm out of here. Wiggins!